Welcome to Chad Reese Art, home of the world's okayest artist. What's up, dweebs? So, we are currently watching me do a skull, dark art skull, horror art, whatever you want to call it. I am doing my base layers in Daniel Smith Payne's Gray. These layers you're seeing right now are done fully in the watercolor, and then later on you'll see the layers I do with the gouache. So what you're seeing right now is me putting the base layers in with a calligraphy round style brush, just a cheap brush from Amazon. This is actually like my first full attempt with a watercolor painting, like to do full layers in. I dabbled with it a little bit here and there, but I never really did anything fully with watercolor before. And then on top of that, layering with gouache. I've always just used gouache solely, maybe a little bit of Posca markers, but yeah, I've never done this, so I'm just kind of develop, my own things with it, see where it goes. We're seeing me put the darker layers as the watercolor develops, as the skull's contrast develops. And I kind of took away the essence of a watercolor and its transparency by kind of layering a little too much, because I'm so used to painting with gouache, and I'm an oil painter that's kind of stepped away from it for right now, as I experiment with other media and just trying to find myself once again as an artist. Let it fully dry. I think it was a whole day, to be honest, because I'm not used to working on watercolor blocks on top of working with watercolor in general. I also tilted up my drawing table because that's the way I'm used to drawing with or painting with gouache. So just put myself in a more comfortable position to apply these next layering methods of adding all the gross texture and movement, and just kind of coming up with my 2 points of lighting, and just kind of making the whole idea kind of like just make its own life, I guess. see, it's a back and forth game, as a lot of stuff is with this highly textured and a lot of movement kind of thing is. I thoroughly enjoying it as I'm finding myself once again as an artist and just kind of doing the things I want to do. For a long time, you know, I did what everyone wanted me to do, both with art commissions and tattooing, which is totally fine because it's allowed me to get all this wonderful stuff between the DJI microphones, the studio lighting, all the Apple equipment, everything to start making these videos, to give back everything I've learned over the last 20 years as an artist. So I just hope you enjoy seeing what you're seeing, because I'm not your typical gouache painter. I mean, I do love Studio Ghibli, but I'm not going to be here posting a thumbnail with gouache and you're not going to see a cafe or landscapes, or, you know, you might see some remakes of dark versions of the characters, but you know, that's just a lot of the big impression I see on my algorithm with YouTube is that anyone who paints with gouache is only remaking Studio Ghibli stuff. So I really want to bring a whole new aspect of things. I want to show how diverse my art range can be, from dark art skulls to celestial paintings to portraiture to everything, because not only do I paint with gouache and watercolor, I paint with poster paint, acrylic gouache, I draw with charcoal, graphite, I even do acrylic painting on leather. I kind of just dabble in everything on top of digital art. So there's gonna be a lot of diverse stuff here on this channel. I just hope you guys will like it and check it out and see some more nonsense.